Sweet.
All right, so thanks you for being there in the CMA today with the Sakura project. So what I like to do in general is you introducing yourself as a team, as people, and then starting with the project, and I'll go with some like questions and of course questions from our people. So,
Yep,
Yep.
sounds good. I'll introduce myself first. So I go by Zell. As discussed earlier, we're both from Australia. So I think me and Yeezel have been like in the crypto scene, I guess, for a while now. And then not recently, but we got into NFTs midway last year. So I guess we've been in the space for quite a while now. And then I think I'm not too sure, but we met somewhere along the way, and just been in contact since. And then recently, in the last couple of months, we decided that we wanted to make a project together, and that's how we kind of started making Sakura. So I guess where it really stemmed from is we both have like a deep love and passion, I guess you could say, for anime. And we know, I think a lot of people in NFT space also have that same passion. Um, and that's kind of where we wanted to like make a project based off like this anime theme and style. And the way we kind of differentiated ourselves is by putting a slight spin on it um, through the chibi art style. And I think with that chibi art style tied in with the anime style, it's really going to help us, appeal to the masses, but also be quite unique. I guess that's kind of where the whole project stemmed from, and our little introduction. And then just a little bit about the project, a brief description. So I mentioned it before, it's an anime-inspired chibi collection. We've kept the supply quite low at 1,111 just to help with exclusivity.
okay.
And also, recently it seems like low supply has been the meta recently.
Yep, that's true.
Yeah, and just like, as I said before, like we've noticed that the magnitude of Japanese influence is just really big in all the top collections, and that's why we wanted to inspire our aesthetics around that. And then what else is there? We have some utilities built into it, and Yeezel will explain that a bit more when we get to the roadmap part of it. But I'll just give you guys a brief rundown. So essentially, we plan on making we plan on holders being able to stake the Sakura NFTs
Okay.
in exchange for Sakura tokens, and those tokens will be able to be used for multiple things. But like the main thing we were thinking of is setting up like a whitelist, kind of like a trading place. So we'd start with something a bit more simplified in the Discord first, and then we try and branch it out into like a full-on actual marketplace. Additionally, that's like kind of we can get that sort of running straight away after we mint. And then additionally, after that, the team wants to start looking towards some other utility, such as minting bot and a rarity trait.
Okay.
Like,
Cool.
what's that? Like
Rarity
rarity
tools.
trading. A rarity tool, yep.
Okay.
But yeah, user will discuss that a bit more as it's like a bit more detailed in the roadmap.
Okay,
Yep.
that's cool.
Just a little bit about myself. My name's Andrew, and I go by Muser, which is like my online name. Just I use the same like alias in games, etc. Uh, so basically, yeah, as Zell said about our project, how we're an anime-inspired project. We both like love anime. That's how actually we bonded because I think we found each other in the Sevens, which is a project that
Yep.
was
Yeah, a
that
few years ago.
released a while ago last year. We were in the anime channel. We kind of like hit it off, and then we became kind of close. And then since the NFT space during that period of time was relatively small,
Yep.
we kind of like saw each other in other servers as well, and then we kind of bonded more and more. So yeah, we kind of like decided to make a project together. Combining our passions of anime and forming Sakura NFT right now. So yeah, as he said as well, we decided because we see a lot of like anime inspired projects right now, such as Azuki, which is like doing extremely well, and other like really big anime inspired project. And because we haven't really seen as many chibi projects, we decided to put a spin on it by making like chibi anime style art.
Maybe you can
And then
explain
also,
for those who are not familiar with what's a shibi exactly.
okay, yeah, for those that don't understand or are not really into anime and manga, etc. Chibi is kind of like a cute, simplified version of the traditional anime characters you see. So if you look at our art, it's like a chibi style. So basically, it looks very cute, has really big eyes, a huge head, and a small body. That's like the chibi sort of style I'm talking about right now.
Okay, thanks.
And also, what a lot of projects haven't really been doing as much is adding proper like utilities behind it, such as our tools, our rarity tool, and also our minting tool.
Mm-hmm.
So we decided to incorporate that into the NFT. So it's not only just a profile picture collection, but it's also like a collection that has proper utility behind it. And then if you want me to explain about the tools right now, I can do that. Or if you want to ask about it later, I can do that later. What do you think? If
Maybe
anyone's
like my also questions like who's doing what in the project? Who's the artist?
Oh
Who's
yeah.
like the
So
dev? I think.
basically yeah. So basically right now I'm actually the artist.
Okay.
We do have our dev isn't in the call right now because he's like asleep at the moment. But
Yeah,
yeah,
no worries.
you can talk to him sometime later if yeah we can get him on. But yeah, and Zell, would you like to what's it called? Yeah, talk about what you're doing in the project and how you're.
Yep. So essentially, I'm just kind of like the market lead. Just running Discord, the Twitter, and just making sure things go smoothly, I guess, in the Discord.
Yeah.
And on all social medias, I guess.
Yeah.
Okay, nice. Thanks you. And yeah, I think we can go directly straight to the point with the
Yeah.
roadmap, the utility, and all the great thing you have planned for the project.
All right. Sweet. Yep. Okay. So if you look at our roadmap, we basically split our roadmap into three sections.
I'll link the roadmap into the thread just in
Yeah,
case
I think
people
that's good. Yeah. You can take a quick skim through that, and I'll just explain it right now. So we split our roadmap into three quarters. Quarter one being January to March, which is basically already passed. And then April, we're thinking we have a proper launch date already, which we have in our Discord.
Mm-hmm.
And that is the 16th of April, 9:30 a.m. in
Yeah. 15th
So
or 16th,
that's
depending what time zone you are.
yeah, depending on what time zone you are, 15 or 16. If you join our Discord, you can see the exact time because it is linked to your time zone.
Yep.
And then, we have everything listed on our roadmap in order. So, for example, after our launch date, we're going to be onboarding more team members, such as mods, community managers, and more developers and artists for potentially other collections we may release in the future. And then we'll continue to collaborate with many other projects, etc., during this time. So all of these processes won't be happening directly off one another. All of these processes will be kind of happening together. So it'll be meshed together in a very smooth sort of way. So it's not like we begin making our tool, and then after that we'll begin making our next tool. We'll be doing everything at the same time to ensure everything comes out as fast as possible, but also as to the highest quality, if that makes sense.
Yep. And does the
Then
website
regarding
will
the
come before the mint?
yeah, the website will come before the mint. Yep.
Okay.
And we're working on that right now, and
Yeah,
it's
that
nearly
should be out.
completed.
It should be out very soon.
Yeah. Okay, and now regarding in May, which is beginning of May, that's when we'll be releasing our staking and reward system. So how that's going to work is I know a lot of projects do have staking, where they generate these tokens, and I remember there was like a previous meta where there's like breeding or something where people would stake their tokens and then they can use the tokens to mint the project's second collection,
Yep.
which is like a breeding, for example, breeding 2 dragon NFTs, breeding 2 dinosaur NFTs, etc. like that. But we didn't really feel like that provided anything to the holders except potentially flipping on the secondary market. So we wanted to bring more value to that, and as such, we decided to give our holders the potential to use these tokens to basically claim whitelist spots, which we collaborate with in the future and which we partner with, etc. So it kind of gives them proper utility behind it. And obviously, because that might not be enough, because it's not always sustainable to constantly get these collaborations and whitelist spots, we decided to also incorporate a minting and rarity bot. So for those who don't know, a minting bot, there are ones like there's one called Waifu NFT where basically it's like an automated bot where you can automate these transactions on the blockchain. So basically, if you're minting I'd say relatively hyped collection, you can potentially like front run these other people who are manually doing it, and therefore it kind of gives you a little bit of like an edge. So you can save a little bit of gas and also the other things you can do with a minting bot, such as you can have multiple wallets that can mint the same NFT at the same time. So that can come into handy if a collection has like a cap per wallet, if that makes sense. And also, what's it called for our rarity bot? There are a lot of rarity bots out there already, but a lot of them are actually paid, etc. So we decided to if you hold the NFT and you generate these tokens, you can use these tokens to use these bots, and
Okay.
then the rarity bot can basically help you. For example, if you mint an NFT and you don't know the rarity of it, because OpenSea takes a very long time to load the metadata,
Yeah,
these
it's
bots,
usual.
this rarity bot can basically help you see the rarity before you actually see the actual NFT. And not only can this help you evaluate your NFT when you want to sell it, this can also help bring sniping potentials. In secondary market, where before NFTs even reveal, you can kind of snipe them in secondary and flip them again. So both these tools are very I guess they're kind of advanced tools which can definitely help your NFT trading experience. And that's what we're trying to bring to the community, not just
And do you
the
think
appreciation
after
of our
like
NFT.
okay, and do you think after the release of that tool, so it's first gonna be for the members, but do you have any plan of like maybe selling it for like non-holders of your community, or just gonna be inside the community?
Yeah, it's a good question. So far we have no plan to sell it. We're just planning to give it to our community only, because that's how we're trying to bring value to the actual NFT itself, secure NFT.
Yep.
Because I feel like if we make it available for the public to purchase just that NFT, it kind of devaluates the NFT itself.
Mhm.
So it doesn't really like reflect good on the project.
Okay.
So that's why I wanted to make it as exclusive as possible.
All right.
Yeah. So that kind of like outlines the majority of what we're trying to build with the bots. And as I said before, if you look at our roadmap and we did dot points from top to bottom, that doesn't mean we're going to do that one. We're going to work on this one point in this period of time, and then right after that, we're working on another one. All these things will be like happening simultaneously. So everything will come together very smoothly and fast. Yep.
Great. And when I check the roadmap, I see like first like on the description, you were basically doing 2,222 collection. What made you decrease that?
Oh, the
Wait,
collection size is actually. Sorry. What were you gonna say,
yeah, sorry. Yeah, that needs to be updated. My apologies. That description.
All right.
Yeah, our collection size is 1,111 because it was always subject to change depending on the market condition. So what we want to like build, because I feel like with a smaller collection size, it makes the community not only more exclusive, but also it's easier to bring value to each individual member. With larger collection sizes, it's harder to do that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and that's also why like alpha groups, these sort of exclusive tools are always kept to a very low supply between a couple hundred to just 1,000, 2,000, etc.
That's what we're
Yeah.
doing, 893, and we have like some great tools
Yep.
we're using. So,
Yeah, definitely.
question from Dad: who is going to code the bot on your team? Like, is it already in process or not at all?
Okay, so our staking mechanism is already in process. However, the bots we're planning to make, we haven't started making those yet.
Okay. But do you
Yeah.
have like someone in the team already, or are you still looking for someone to build those?
Oh no, we already have someone on our team that's
Yeah.
developing that right now. Yeah.
All right, cool. Let me check if you guys have any other question. So yeah, for the bot, you said basically, so everyone can use it, or you need to have the token, and let's say I have 100 tokens, I can use the bot like for one mint, or how it's gonna work exactly?
Yep. So basically, for example, if you have 100 Sakura tokens, you can use those tokens to like, for example, claim a 1 month membership of the bot. So therefore, within 1 month, you can use the bot as much as you want
All
during
right.
any mint,
Okay.
etc. like that. So it's kind of like a time membership.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
But then if you keep staking your NFT, that you should be able to constantly use the bot. It's not like it doesn't like take away from anything. Only if you sell it and you can't stake the tokens anymore, etc.
Okay, I see. Okay, nice system. And Kenny asking, how big is the team? at the moment?
Yeah, okay. So the team consists of four members. Zell, which is the market lead. He does the promoting, manages the Discord, manages the Twitter. Me, which where I do the art, the trades, etc., and all that. And we've got two devs, one main dev and then one supplementary dev, which basically helps the main dev. Yeah.
All right. And we have Rockenstones who wants to come on stage. I'm gonna invite him, and I think he has a question. Let's go, Rock.
Hey guys, afternoon. Thanks for that explanation. Just a bunch of questions, and again, if you think I'm asking silly questions, just let me know. I think someone's already asked a question around how big the team is, so I understand that. Thanks for that. What is the mint price for your collection at the moment?
Our mint price will be 0.04 Ethereum.
Okay, and obviously from what we've heard so far, you're planning on launching a 1,111 count collection, right?
Yes, that's correct.
Does that fill your coffers with enough to kind of keep the project going?
Definitely. We reckon that's more than enough, to be honest. Yes.
And what about royalties? So secondary market royalties. What are they set at?
Oh, we haven't actually completely solidified our secondary royalties, but it will probably be somewhere between 5 to 10%.
Right. Okay. And obviously, as a follow-up, would you guys also then look to release a second collection at some stage, if obviously the first collection is doing well, and the roadmap needs further funding for whatever reason, would you then
Yeah.
look at doing a second collection?
Yes, definitely. Actually, in our roadmap, we do mention that we'll be starting a second collection. We'll be like starting on the art and the concept design of the second collection, in quarter 2, if that makes sense. So like basically, we'll be continuing on everything. We'll be building for Sakura NFTs such as our bots, but at the same time, we'll also be working on the art for the next collection that we're planning to make. So that would be a definite thing.
So what will the second collection bring? What value will it bring to a holder?
We haven't fully discussed that yet, but it's wait, what were you gonna say, Zell?
I was going to say it would it would add with the staking mechanism where you would be able to stake that secondary collection as well, generating more tokens.
Yeah, we haven't
that would be
have
one.
any solid what's it called ideas yet, but we don't have any solid plans yet, but we do have small ideas.
Okay.
Like what Zell said, like for example, using those staked tokens to what's it called, mint the second collection. It's kind of like it's almost like a generative and a genesis collection
Right.
of those. Yeah, a lot of projects have. If that kind of answers your question, or if you want to like elaborate more.
No, it does. It does. Thanks for that. I guess the last question I
thanks.
had before I jump off the stage is, so I'm part of another Discord. You might not have heard of them. They're called Whale Together.
I don't think I've heard of those.
Yeah, look them up. Whale Together, and basically they are. They've already got something on the market. Again, I don't know the ins and outs of how your product differs from theirs, but basically they've got a similar tool. When you hold an NFT, you have access to their browser extensions, which basically give you pretty much what you've described as your product. Where they give you rarity scores, and they give you. You can basically set you can predefine how much gas you want to spend on a particular transaction. You can set a lot of other variables on their extension.
Right. Yeah.
So I wondered if you've had a look at them, or there are other projects out there doing similar things. I just wondered how your product or how your offering is superior, better, or different even from the others.
Yeah, that's a good question. To answer that, I think I haven't had the project you mentioned just now, but I kind of understand what their tool. I kind of like understand what the tool they're building is. Is it like one of those for example, an OpenSea, like a sniping tool almost, and like a rarity where you can check the rarities out and
Exactly.
okay, yeah. For our rarity tool will definitely be similar to that because obviously there are a lot of rarity tools, but obviously the quality between all rarity tools will differ. So I can't say for sure that ours won't be similar to theirs, but we're going to be trying to push out the quality to the best, to the highest possible. We're going to try to make it to the highest possible quality, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
That's for our rarity tool. But then for our minting tool, I know a few projects which do have minting tools. However, it's relatively there's a lot less minting tools compared to rarity tools.
Mhm.
And I don't know if you heard, but there's a project called Y3 NFTs, which is something that we're trying to build for a minting tool where as I said before, you can automate these transactions. So you basically paste your address into the minting tool, and then you can just click this. You can click a button and preset a gas value, and then as soon as the contract becomes live, as soon as the creator unpauses the contract, or if the contract unpauses at a certain designated time, then the transaction will automatically process. If that makes sense.
Right. So essentially running it straight against the contract.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, that is correct. Yeah.
Right. Just going back to your rarity feature, is that something you pull off of another API, or is that something you store in house on your own servers?
I'm not
for any
completely
given-
sure with this since. Sorry. Yeah.
Sorry, I was just going to say, for any given collection, are you basically pointing your server at another API to pull data off of it, or are you going to store information on every collection off of your own back, sort of thing? If that makes sense.
So I'm just the artist, so I'm not entirely sure about the ins and outs, but I have spoken to the dev, and I believe it is an API that's stored on a separate server. If that makes sense.
Right. Okay.
Yep.
Okay. Cool. All right. Thanks for that. That's me done. Thanks, Atom.
All right. Yeah. Thank you.
No worries. Thanks for the questions. Let me check in Sakura. Is your bot going to work with Flash bots? From that.
I think we will. Yep.
Okay, perfect. And the other asking,
Yep.
how experienced are the dev? Have they worked on any successful project before?
The dev, I don't think he has worked on other big projects before, but I know he's a very capable dev, and he's studying that area in university as well. Yeah, and has had a lot of experience regarding this type of Web3 type developing and shit like that. Yeah.
All right. Also, that asking, is there any way that Dad and his children could have some whitelist for the AMA listener?
I think wait. How do you want to give out the house allocations, Adam Boy? Was that going to be a giveaway, or I'm happy to give it out to some of the people in the audience right now? If you want.
No, the one basically generally what we do, the one you saw it was let me check 25. We're running a pre-mint raffle.
Okay.
But I know sometimes project have more spot allocated for those people joining the AMA because they want to reward. I mean, if you can't, of course, no worries. But I know those my agents, they love to ask that during the AMA.
We are running a little short on spots. I mean, we can offer. I don't think we can offer all 15, unfortunately. We can definitely offer a couple. I don't know how we would do that though. Do you have any idea how we could maybe raffle out a couple to these people in the audience?
You can let me just take a screenshot right now of people here. It's done.
Okay.
And
I'm happy to give out
I'll do like a wheelie thing, like a wheel thing, and I'm gonna put all the name on it, and it's gonna be just tell me the number, and
okay.
you can,
We'll spin
we spin a wheel, yeah.
do 5. We can do
5?
I think we can do 5.
Okay, perfect. I'll let you know, and I'll record that. Raffle system, best dad joke. No, you're gonna win everything. All right. Any other question, guys? I don't see anything from my side. Everything was clear. Like the roadmap is pretty clear, and you gave a nice explanation on it. Oh, maybe yes. Do you have any sneak peek you can show us? Maybe you didn't show in before, like some arts.
We got a little sneak peek of the website. This could be subject to change.
Nice.
Happy to show that to you guys if you want. I can drop it in the thread.
Yep.
1 second, I'll just get it for you guys.
like this. It's not rig. I've put the name of the people.
This is just a little design we were tossing up. This is still subject to change, but I think we're gonna go with something like this for the mint page.
With the flower from the cherry tree.
Yeah.
Nice. Thank you for that. Let me check. No one has like. I see Rockinson typing. Guys, slash n for question to. Oh, Zells beside anime being the meta at the moment, and I'm waiting for the next part of the question. Is there any other of influence that made you go this direction?
I think it was a combination of one anime. Oh, sorry. I mean, I think the main thing was like me and Diesel grew up watching anime. It was always a very big passion of ours, and I think just it kind of coincidentally happened that currently, like anime being the meta right now, but also just anime in general, anime themed projects have always kind of been around. So I think just the two kind of coincided, and that's kind of what made us go with this direction.
Okay, perfect. Then I guess we can wrap it up, since I don't have any other question, and the guys also seem to be quiet. And as a tradition now in the syndicates, I just bring that for a quick dajo on stage, and then I can leave you. I can let you go. I mean, so that time to shine.
Hello, my children. How you all doing?
Doing good.
Doing good. So, why are skeletons bad liars?
I don't know.
Because you can see
sure.
right through them.
All right, I'm moving back.
Nice.
Thank you, Dad. All right, guys, thank you a lot for being there, for like those extra 5 whitelist spots, and
Yeah, no, thank you for your time as well, and thank you for all the people who tuned in for AMA. Yeah, we really appreciate it. Yeah.
all right, I'll stay in touch with you like for the winning spiel, and I'm gonna upload the recording on YouTube and share it to you. So if you want to share it with your community too, you can. Have a great day.
Yep.
See ya.
Yeah,
You too.
sounds good.